Hey, Amy Posner here. Today I want to talk to you about a direct response basic, lumpy mail, the lumpy package. Special request from my friend Jared McDonald, who really wanted to hear how I use lumpy mail to build my copywriting business. So my background is direct response. I came from the Dan Kennedy School of Copywriting. There isn't such a place, but he was my coach and mentor, first reading his books and taking his courses, and then doing a course with him to get certified eventually. And that was what I did until I discovered conversion copywriting and became a conversion direct response copywriter. So back in the early days of my full-time copywriting business, I wanted to get clients, right? That's, that's a key function of running a successful business, is you need a steady flow of clients. And I was not someone who niched. I niched in copy eventually. I niched in sales pages and lead funnels. But I had created a list of ideal clients. And for me, an ideal client was somebody who bought a lot of copy, who had a robust budget, who understood marketing, was somebody I enjoyed working with, and had something I enjoyed working on. And so what I did from that list that I had compiled, I sorted out, I think, 100 top names. And you have to use some significant numbers when you're prospecting, because really prospecting is a numbers game, right? The thing that I like to say is every business has a metric, and that is how many people you need to talk to in order to land a project. You may have to talk to 5 people to land a project, maybe 10, maybe 2, maybe 3. But what you know is that if say you close one out of every 5, so that means, you need 5 people to talk to get 1, or 100 people to get 20, whatever it is, you want to work with some large numbers, because if you only go after 1 or 2 and it doesn't pan out, and then you feel like it failed, and that's not good for anybody. And I would defy you in any business to take a list of 100 people and not find one person who had some interest in whatever the topic was. It's really, it's really a numbers game. It really, really is. So let's get back to the lumpy mail equation. So I took 100 names of people that I would like to work with, and I put together a whole bunch of things. I put together an info kit, and an info kit has now morphed into my lead magnet copy that closes, which you can get in the footer of my site. At least at the moment. I'm revamping my site. But at any rate, Copy That Closes at that time was an info kit, and then told sort of my marketing viewpoint, had some testimonials. I think an early iteration had some projects and prices. Later iteration, I took projects and prices out. And what I did is I wrote a letter, hard copy letter, that I sent in the mail as a lumpy package, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And what the letter was requesting them to do was to get this info kit and find out if I could help them. And so what I told them, and I've got the letter somewhere, if somebody wants to see it, I would be willing to share that. It was very, very basic. In fact, I modified it from some resources and assets that I bought from Bob Bly in the early days. Very, very simple. But the idea was to get them offline to online to request the piece so that I knew that they had some interest. But the first thing that you always want to do in any prospecting is get someone to respond, right? If you're sending something in the mail, you want to get the mail opened. And that is the job of lumpy mail. So lumpy mail is simply that. It's something where you put something in the package so you can feel it, right? You receive the package in the mail and you can tell there's something in there. You can't not open it. I mean, I defy you to receive a package in the mail where you can feel there's something in that, and you maybe do or don't know what the thing is, and I defy you not to open it. You have to open it. So the lumpy mail takes care of that first piece. It gets the package opened. So in my lumpy mail package, I sent it in a 6x9 padded envelope. It was my letter, and my lumpy piece was a chocolate bar. So I had a chocolate bar with a custom label, and it had my picture on it, website, a few key pain points, and a few key solutions. Unfortunately, it wasn't really high quality chocolate. I couldn't find anybody who made these with anything other than kind of cheap chocolate, but I figured the chocolate wasn't really the thing, it was really the label. So it was my letter and the label, and then of course the envelopes are always hand addressed, because that gets opened more readily than something that isn't hand addressed. And I also bought, at the time, the post office was selling these commemorative stamps for the circus. And so there were all these clowns and animals and acrobats, and the stamps were really big and colorful. And it took 9 of them plus 2 other little stamps. So the package was really intriguing looking. There were all these circus posters, there was something in the package. So the packages got opened. I landed, I think, 3 clients from the first 43 that I sent out. And I think in the end, I ended up sending something like 72 or 73 altogether and landed, I think, a total of 5 or 6 clients. But the interesting thing is I landed my dream client. From that one mailing, I landed a client that I wrote for 2 years, and I'm going to say definitely more than 6 figures in those 2 years from that one client. Had another client who was really fun and a little bit crazy that I worked with for a while. He had a marketing agency, and interestingly, he kind of competed with my ideal client, but he was so much lower caliber, and that ended up not being a fit. But it was fun for a while. He had a lot of different clients, and I was running around doing projects. And what was fun about it was, it booked my calendar. It wasn't that much of an effort. I think I sent out the 70 probably over the course of 2 or 3 weeks. So that's what lumpy mail is. That's how it works. I should have taken out, I have behind my cabinet behind me, I save all the lumpy mail things that I get. So I have lots of little cars. I once got a message that was a pill bottle, and then the what would typically be like the medical information was my address, my name and my address, and then there was a letter that was folded in half and rolled up and stuffed in the pill bottle. You can literally send anything you can put a label on. You can send a brick through the mail. I don't know why you would, but you can. So years ago, I'll tell you another quick lumpy mail story. Years ago, I was working with a Seattle designer. He sent out packages, like a 4-pack of like a fancy designer soda. And this was years ago when they were like just first sort of coming into popularity. It wasn't like today where you can go into any convenience store and have this like choice of really interesting beverages. And he sent this little 4-pack of sodas in the summer, but he sent them on dry ice. And so when you open the package, whoosh, it was like, you had all the steam or whatever that is that comes off of dry ice. It was very dramatic, but he got a lot of clients from it. And I'll tell you, from my lumpy mail package, and I was just saying that to say you can do anything. You can send anything. You just have to like be creative a little bit. My lumpy mail package, not only did it land me those clients, but I had 3 agencies get back in touch with me. One by phone to say, oh my God, I've never gotten anything like this. This was so cool and so imaginative. I didn't think it was all that imaginative, but no one does this anymore. So it appeared to be. So I got that. I also got 2 different agencies sent me gifts in the mail. They sent me t-shirts and said, this was so cool. We actually don't need anyone right now, but we love that you reached out. And so we wanted to reach out to you. So my point is, it was really well received. People liked the package, and it got me a lot of work. The thing with getting people offline to go online can be a little bit tricky, but if you finesse it, I don't see any reason that method couldn't still be used. So prospecting is a really, really important part of your business. I will be talking about that in coming weeks and months. Hope this gave you some ideas and some inspiration. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. If you do want to be notified when these videos release, then, I could never get it just right, click the bell below and you'll be notified. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.